Do you think that because this gets talked about a lot in terms of the outside fan bases, like for example Detroit. There's a lot of people that are excited to have Marvin Bagley, but I don't think they know the whole backstory about his dad on social media and the talks that he did. Or and then for the Pacers, you see a lot of fans happy that they have a shooter in Buddy, but I don't think that they really know about him really wanting to get out. Do you think that inside there, like if we have a lot of fans watching because we had James Boyd from the Indy Star on last, and we built up a few fans from Pacers that come and watch this show now, do you think that that wore on the Kings a little bit as a franchise or as a team with those guys wanting to, I guess, publicly come out and say we don't want to be here anymore, and then obviously with Bagley, his agent and his team being so outspoken on social media?
Yeah, I mean that totally wears on you. Like
Yeah.
by the end of it, like they weren't, they didn't want to be there, and their teammates. Realistically, I think it hurt this team immeasurably the first 50 something games of the season. And it's not that they cause problems and stuff like that behind the scenes, but like when the going gets tough, you need a team to pull together. What you don't need is a team to pull together and have a couple of guys that don't really care.
Right.
And like I think Indiana's got a taste of the good and the bad with Buddy Hield right away. I mean, he had a really good game in his opening game where he almost had a triple double. The next game, he went 1 for 13 from three. The next game, he comes out, he scores like 36 or something.
Eight three
Like,
pointers.
yeah, you take the good, you take the bad. I mean, Buddy Hield just is all over the place. He's such an erratic player. And let's not fool ourselves. If you're an Indiana fan, like Buddy Hield doesn't fit what you're doing. I mean, you have Malcolm Brogdon, you've got Chris Duarte, you even have Lance Stevenson, and you have Tyrese Halliburton. Like the game plan is different right now than it's gonna be down the road. And I think what they're doing is they're helping themselves by improving Buddy Hield's trade value by starting him and giving him a bunch of opportunities to shoot the ball. But I can't imagine Rick Carlisle being at all enamored with Buddy Hield because Carlisle is a X's and O's guy, is one of the best coaches in the league. And when you really look at what Buddy does and mistakes he makes, and the fact that you cannot coach it out of him, that so many coaches have tried in the past, yeah, it does wear on you very quickly. And let's not forget that as well. Like you talk about these two guys being there behind the scenes and, whether it caused some sort of discord behind the scenes. Well, they weren't very good at basketball this year either.
Yep.
Marvin improved, but his numbers were basically cut in half. Buddy was not good at all for the Sacramento Kings this year. He was a negative on the court almost every single time, and it's the silly 3-point shots, the horrible defensive rotations, the mistakes, the refusal to run a basic play. All of those things drove people bonkers. I mean,
Yeah.
I swear Mo Harkless wanted to punch that guy at least 5 times this season. And well, I mean, really, I mean, you could see him yelling at Buddy Hield on the sidelines again and again and again.
Yeah.
It's the culture of my bad. And it's like, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear my bad. Just do your job. You're making everyone's life way more difficult than it has to be. You're costing us games. And then you're out here shooting 15, 16, 17 shots when, you haven't earned that. You haven't earned, like the rest of us are doing our jobs and you're not doing yours. And even you are shooting 17 times a game and you're missing 14 shots. Like that doesn't feel good. Like you're costing us a chance to win.
Hmm.
And I think people like they miss, like when a guy misses 10 shots, it's one thing if you're actually like Fox, if he goes 12 of 24 from the field, sure, he missed 12 shots, but he also made 12 shots. With Buddy, it was a lot of 3 for 15 games, a lot of 2 for 17, and you're shooting 80 something shots or 90 something shots. He literally cost his team like 15% in field goal percentage for a game. So the difference between you shooting 55% and shooting 40% is one player missing like just a bunch of random shots. that doesn't help you win games. And so again, addition by subtraction, but I don't think it was just off the court. I think it was on the court as well.
Yeah.